Hello everybody, it's Mr. D at In the Middle with Mr. D1 at blogspot.com, and this is some summary of what I'm going to do in day 2 with my chorus classes here at my school. So my first concern this morning was administrative things. I know that I'm going to be collecting the syllabi, and rather than take class time to collect them myself, which I don't do things like collect syllabi and take roll myself by calling their names. I try to do as efficient a process as possible so that I can maximize the teaching. So today, one of the first things I did was I picked the students who are going to be my recorders, which means they're going to be that are collecting while I'm going about my business of teaching. I'm just going to have them stand in front of the room, and they're going to, hold it up in the air, and I'll make the announcement the first day. The students will give them the syllabi, the paper signed by their parents, and then my student will come over, and I have printed out rosters, and the student will, I need to show you that, that the student will simply check off those rosters by period, and I will be collecting them all week each day, and they have until Friday to return them. One of the most important papers in that roster is the parent help form, and of course not every parent wants to or can help and volunteer, but I want to make sure that I mention this to the kids, that if you have a parent help form that is signed, please turn it in. And then I am going to create an Excel sheet of all the parents and what they've volunteered to do. And I'll probably get a student in my special class to do that for me, because I do have such large numbers, over 300 kids in my course program, so I have to have as much help as I can have. So that is an administrative piece that I want to have in place. I want to minimize the amount of time I'm doing administrative things whenever possible. Now, for the first week, I'm going to be checking roll myself very carefully, because we have to keep up with who did and did not show up and this type of thing. But then I'm going to get a student roll taker in about a week, who I will of course back check, but I will give them some instructions. These are things that help you maximize your teaching and minimize the things that take so much time in actual class time. They diminish the experience the kids have in the classroom. And they diminish the amount of time that you teach. So of course I have to pick very reliable students, and I have to back check and double check, knowing that I am going to be the person who's held responsible, right? So those are the things that were first concerning me in my second day. Now, then I created my written warm-ups, because we are creating patterns. We're creating patterns of behavior that the kids are going to do every single day. And what I want my kids to do is when they walk in, they sit down and they begin their written warm-up, which is a process I use in S-Cubed, but at the beginning of the year I've not really launched into all of those specifics yet. I mean, we're doing S-Cubed, but we don't have the written warm-ups in the beginning. We have written warm-ups like the ones I've just shown you. So for my 6th and 7th graders, I'm doing this. You can read it, you can pause it and look at it. These are some things to review from the game yesterday, and then we have some things that are sort of administrative, all right? Then after we do that with 6th grade, I will play the game with them, Forbidden Pattern, and their Forbidden Pattern will be something listed in S-Cubed. It's a little bit random, but it usually has something to do with Soul Me. And then after they play the game, which by the way, look at my score from yesterday. Well, I got beat all except for one class, which has never happened on the first day. So they were super focused yesterday, which is great. Then after we play the game, I will go over a section of the syllabus. And I will, I'm going to just feel out the energy. Like if they can tolerate one page and everybody's still listening, great. And I try to make it as entertaining as I can, but I will not go long on that syllabus. And then I will put that syllabus away, and we will teach Solfege. Let me find this. First for this song from that Roger Emerson book, Unison. So I've already written my solfege into it, so that I can read with ease. Now that's the SAB version, but I'm going to use the the treble version for these Unison kids. And now with 8th graders, it will be a little bit different. We have a little more time today in the 7th grade classes, and in the 8th grade classes and in the 6th grade classes. So there is a chance I'll do an extra game, a name game that is called, oh gosh, I can't remember, but this is the name, and you can I don't know if you can see it. It's a name game, and you can pick name game you want. I'll have them come in circles and do the name game if there's time. Or I might do a cup up game, which I will talk about later. I'm definitely going to do that game during the week. The name game I sometimes do and sometimes don't. It really depends on the flow of the class. But at the end of class, though, we want to do our Starburst questions and review some of the main things that we want them to remember from that day. So I'll probably do a recap tomorrow of day 2. Once I kind of see what happens today, but that is my plan for today. I hope it's helping people. Y'all have a great day.